Hello, my name is Minnie Johnson. Today, I'm going to discuss about two instructional models for professional development. According to Racer and Dempsey, 7 qualities are present in practically all instructional design initiatives, regardless of how the process is represented. They are: instructional design is a student-centered process. It is a goal-oriented process. It is a creative process, focuses on meaningful performance, assumes outcomes are measurable, reliable, and valid. Instructional design is an empirical, iterative, and self-correcting process, and it is a team effort. The first module I'm going to talk about is ADDIE model. It was originally created in 1975 by the Center of Educational Technology at Florida State University for the United States Army. It was then quickly adopted by all of the other military branches. The ADDIE model. The ADDIE model is a generic technique that instructional designers and training developers have historically employed. Analyze, design, develop, implement, and evaluate are the 5 processes that make up a dynamic and adaptive framework for creating successful training and performance support system. I would like to explain in depth about each phase. Let me start with analysis phase. During the analysis phase, the instructional problem is clarified, instructional goals and objectives are created, and the learning environment as well as the learner's prior knowledge and skills are identified. Some questions you should be asking when you are in the analysis process are: who is your audience? What are their learning style? Are there any barriers to learning? What are the characteristics of the learning environment? The second phase is design phase. Learning objectives, assessment tools, activities, content, subject matter analysis, lesson planning, and media selection are all part of the design phase. The planning stage should be methodical and precise. Writing quantifiable objective is part of the design process. Third is development phase. Preparing student and instructor materials, both print and electronic, as specified during design, is a part of development. Next is implementation phase. During the implementation phase, a procedure for training facilitators and learners is developed. The evaluation phase. Formative and summative evaluation and revision are part of the evaluation process. Summative assessment collects data to assess the overall effectiveness and quality of the instruction, whereas formative evaluation collects data to determine needed improvements to the instruction. Some questions you should be asking in this phase are: did the student master the content? What worked well? What did not work well? One question you should always be asking is: how can the lesson be improved? By following the 5 steps in the ADDIE model, you can complete the ISD model for the lessons. By integrating 3D virtual learning environments in higher educational settings, Korkmaz and Harwood adapted the ADDIE model to teach chemistry. Samur in 2019 designed and developed a digital game for kindergartners to learn letter recognition using the ADDIE methodology. Wang and Zhu in 2009 used the ADDIE model and related ID principles to construct a series of online learning activities for K-12 students. The ADDIE paradigm is the most extensively used identification model with the K-12, higher education, and business training applications. The model's generic and development of the conceptual framework allow instructional designers to use it with adaptability in performing alternative steps and procedures. Most of the current instructional design models are variations of the ADDIE model. The next method I would like to talk about is Dick, Carey, and Carey's model. The Dick and Carey system approach model was developed by Walter Dick and Lou Carey. This model uses a systems approach in which each part in the instructional design process is viewed as interconnected and part of a unit instead of being viewed as individual components. Dick and Carey model are one of the most prominent and essential instructional design models. Instead of being considered discrete components, each part of the instructional design process is viewed as interconnected and part of a unit under this paradigm. The Dick and Carey instructional design model offers a systematic approach to the learning that prioritizes learners' interest while using the input at all stages of the design process to improve teaching. Because of its simplicity and linearity, this model is commonly utilized. There are 10 steps in the Dick and Carey model. All the steps are linked and some influences others indirectly while some influence others directly. Stage 1. Instructional goals. This stage determines the educational objectives or what the student must learn or what we will teach them. Stage 3 is identify entry behaviors. In this stage, analyze the learner's general characteristics, including prior knowledge and skills required to fulfill the goals. Stage 4, performance objective. In this stage, write quantifiable objective to assess performance effectively. Stage 5, develop the assessment tools. Create a standardized test with performance criteria that reflects educating the students. Stage 6, develop instructional strategies. Demonstrate what students should learn, incorporate exercises, and plan how each phase will be completed. Stage 7, develop instructional materials. Select the needed instructional materials in this phase. Stage 8, design and conduct formative evaluation. Examine how the lessons went and how the students felt about them. Stage 9 is revise. Revise education based on poor test items and ineffective teaching methods. Stage 10, summative evaluation. Plan and carry out a summative assessment. Dick and Carey's model incorporate all 5 stages of the RE concept while also adding depth and structure. It also places a great emphasis on design and less on implementation than the RE approach. And it incorporates iterative development through continual instruction revision. A virtue of this model is its versatility, which allows it to be employed in various topic areas in schools and the business world. Another advantage of this paradigm is that it is very goal-oriented and operates as a system. Thank you so much for watching.